It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm joined by the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the Jet, Kenny Smith. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Philadelphia as the 76ers go up against the Utah Jazz. For this Utah squad, they've been dealing with a lot of challenges. Dismal record over the last 10 games, just 2-8. Nothing seems to be going their way right now. And this evening, going head-to-head, two of the best rebounding teams in the league. Should be a serious bump and grind. Kenny, what makes these two clubs so great on the boards?
Fundamentals, Ernie. Fundamentals.
Okay.
You know, that's something that you can teach, but then there's something that you can't teach. Speed and size.
And you have to want it more than the next guy. And your instincts, you got to have like a great rebounder. You got to have great anticipation, a la Dennis Rodman.
Okay.
Yeah. And with the game just about ready to begin, time to send it to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
It's game time in Philadelphia as the crowds at Wells Fargo Center look to cheer on the 76ers. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. The road trip ends for the Jazz here as they leave for Utah right after the game. Still trying to find that groove they had last year. They'd like to grab hold of some new momentum and get closer to where they were a season ago.
Right now for the Jazz, they've had a horrendous start to the season. They're really creating a lot of work for themselves here moving forward.
I did not see this coming. I thought they were set up to have a great season. But boy, it has been far from great up to this point.
Now let's get a quick pregame update from David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Quinn Snyder.
Well, guys, when I asked him what impressed him the most about today's opponent, he immediately referred to the explosiveness on their offense. He said they have so many different ways to hurt you that it's impossible to take away everything. It's just about damage control. And he acknowledged they've got a big job to do defensively. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Steve, as a player, what are the challenges of playing basketball early in a season?
I think getting your body used to the grind, getting your mind back used to the grind. I think those are the challenges. And depending if you brought in a lot of new faces, that could be a grind, but I think more importantly is just getting back into rhythm.
Getting in sync with yourself, but also getting in sync with your teammates.
Correct. Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
And the Jazz start out with the ball. The starters for the Utah Jazz, the tough defending Favors and Gobert make up the big men. Ricky Rubio is out there with Mitchell, and it's Hood in at the 3 spot. Now here's Hood, and he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick.
And the way Hood operates off screens always gets to the open space.
Now here's Fultz, covered by Rubio. Simmons against Hood. Here's Sharch. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
And guys, really admire how Simmons finds the open man consistently. The vision, the unselfishness. That's what you want to see out of him.
Now here's Hood. 9-point game his last outing. And Gobert kicks to Favors. And then Favors with the dunk.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Here's Redick. Feeds it to Fultz. Kicks to Embiid. It's stolen by Gobert. Simmons against Hood. Rubio outside. The pass to Favors. He kicks it to Mitchell. There's a screen. 5 to shoot. Here's Gobert. That shot, no good. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. And moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
No other way to put it. The defense was awful. Completely uninspired at that end of the floor.
They also committed a lot of mistakes while their opponent was extremely disciplined.
On defense, Utah. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
You know, they worked hard, they drew fouls, but they just couldn't convert at the line.
And it's one of those things that can deflate your team. After all that effort, you want points.
Here's Rubio after Ben Simmons' bucket. Here's Favors, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And the thing that really sticks out when you look at Derek Favors, his defensive versatility. You know, he can guard the 4s or the 5s on the inside or out, and to have a player like that allows your team to excel.
First free throw is good. And despite Favors' size and strength, he really moves his feet well.
And that's tremendously valuable in today's NBA. The ability to stay in front of smaller men in switches and pick and rolls. He has terrific lateral mobility.
And so Favors nails both of them.
The former 3rd overall pick in the 2010 NBA draft, Derek Favors is a gifted big man and a crucial player to this team.
Now here's Embiid. 23 points for him the last game against Golden State.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
Utah leading. Here's Mitchell. The Jazz with another miss. Charge inside. He's guarded by Favors.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls from Šarić. Šarić nails them both.
You know, the Jazz, one of the best run franchises in basketball. They operate in a small market, but still one of the top 6 winningest organization in NBA history.
Now here's Hood. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
I can tell you right now, the coach loved everything about that shot except the result.
Goes back up. Here's Šarić. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Šarić has got his second basket of the night.
Just an innate ability to rebound the basketball and then make the defense pay.
When he gets a few of those early, look out. It gets his blood pumping, and suddenly there's nobody who can hold him.
Now here's Hood. Here's Favors. Again, Favors missing.
Nice move inside. Has the defender beat, just fails to finish.
Fultz kicks to Simmons. Great D that time from Hood. Utah trailing here. Here's Mitchell, and the rejection by Embiid. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Embiid with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Fultz has got it. And the wide open shot from Redick. His three-pointers off the mark. For Utah, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%.
And that whole play starts with Rubio's anticipation. Have to protect the ball around him.
The 76ers have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Now here's Fultz. He's covered closely. Here's Saric. And that one hits back iron. Utah shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Redick with the rebound. Philadelphia shooting 33% here in the first quarter. This is to Fultz. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
He's a great shooter, but not just a gunner. JJ finding the open man.
And Rubio kicks to Favors. A stupendous finish in traffic. Favors got 6 points.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
Screen by Saric. Embiid kicks to Fultz. Back to Embiid. And stolen by Favors. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That is his first foul of the game. And it's Utah's ball. Last time they met was in Utah.
And despite the outcome, I think they'll feel a little better about that game. There are a lot of positives that they can take away from that performance.
Hey, at times you have games like that, but it's all about taking those good things and doing them consistently for an entire game.
Favors can't get it to go. The 76ers have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Redick passes to Fultz. Back to Redick. Lets it go with a 3. They grab their own miss. Embiid. This one for 3. But they'll get another chance. Saric dishes to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Rubio with it. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Hood drives in. Simmons pulls it in. Philadelphia's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, Smitty, we're in an era where there are just a handful of absolutely unreal scorers in the league. But if you had to pick one who makes it look the easiest or the best, who's your pick?
You're right. You have so many guys, Harden, Durant, Westbrook. But the one guy I think it makes it look the easiest, I would probably have to say Klay Thompson, because he doesn't need anything but to catch and shoot. And he's getting not just 20s and 30s, but he can go off for 60, 50s and 60s. That's the guy that makes it look the easiest.
And he knocks down the first one. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Saric. Justin Anderson comes in for Ben Simmons. Jared Bayless is checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Fultz. And Embiid drops them both. Jazz trail by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Burks kicks to Johnson. "13 feet away. Here's Udo. Makes it off the glass.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
76ers shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. McConnell kicks to Booker. Lobbed up there for Embiid. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Now Exum. The dish now to Johnson. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for Philadelphia.
And they concentrated a lot on creating open looks from beyond the arc. Player movement, finding space on the perimeter, that was their #1 priority.
Now, here's McConnell, guarded closely. Booker the pass to Embiid. He feeds it to Anderson. Utah with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Jared Bayless. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Amir Johnson's checked in for Joel Embiid. 76ers on defense. And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. That is his first foul of the game. Now, here's Exum. Looking for his first basket still in this one. There's the pick. The three from Johnson. That shot misses. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Now here's Bayless. Burks covering. And here's McConnell. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. 5 on the clock. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Alec Burks. The 76ers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Bayless. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Another made free throw. He can get on these kinds of rolls. Great focus.
Exum kicks to Udo. Passes it to Burks. Johnson against Anderson. Johnson with the block. Here is Bayless. Booker in the post. He's against Jerebko. Tries again. It's blocked. The 11-footer with the second effort, and he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
The Jazz have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
The free throw off from Udo. And the way we have kind of a positionless game now, Smitty, there is no part of the court, I mean any part of the court, which not one person cannot go to. I mean, a point guard can play any place. The big can go outside like you just talked about.
You're totally right. And now you've seen bigs shooting 2 or 3 feet behind the three-point line. And a lot of point guards starting to post up. It is definitely positionless basketball that we're seeing right now.
But fun to watch. Seeing those bigs shoot like that, wow, fun to watch.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Bayless. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Jazz trail by 4. Exum kicks to Udo. There's the feed to Exum. Jazz passing it around. Johnson in the corner. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Johnson's got his first points in this one. Now here's McConnell. Tight defense on him. Pass to Bayless. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. And the 76ers lead by 4.
You've got to give a ton of credit to the screener. That play easily opened up the easy layup for his teammate.
Udo kicks to Burks. Udo dishes to Exum. There's a screen. Pass to Johnson. Feeds to Burks. Shoots from the high post. Booker pulls it in. Booker's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Johnson, the pass to Booker. Rebounded by Exum.
How does he miss that layup? He's too good to be doing that.
Stolen by Anderson. Out on his own on the break. Here's McConnell. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Joe Johnson on the wing. Udo kicks to Burks. He dishes it to Udo. Now the pass to Exum. 4 on the clock. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Now here's McConnell. He's guarded closely. Johnson kicks to Booker. It's stolen by Udo. Now here's Burks. He's covered by McConnell. The layup off target. Inside, here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
That's about as violent as a rim rocker as it gets. A real confidence builder.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. Johnson the screen. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. And it's off from 3-point range. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. Right back after this break. And Derek Favors known for his work ethic, and he talked about his focus on developing his skills.
I just want to get better. I just want to keep improving as a player throughout the year, just get better, keep making strides, and keep getting better in every aspect of my game.
Well, the desire is there, and sounds like the commitment that he's showing is to how far, Greg, you think he can go?
Well, you talk about desire and commitment, and then you throw in the fact that he has the talent that can be built upon and improved. One big factor will be injuries. That's the big X factor that determines so many more careers than desire. Talent and commitment, you need to stay on the court.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
I mean, through one, you have to like the effort, especially on that defensive end.
There are several ways, as you know, to take control of a game. Getting stops is one of them.
They've got Jared Bayless. Johnson is out there with Trevor Booker. And there's Anderson, and it's McConnell in at the 1 spot. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Jazz trail by 8.
And T.J. McConnell, undrafted out of Arizona, but he caught on with the Sixers, and I tell you what, made an immediate impact. Standing at about 6'2" and just over 200 pounds, he brings that physicality at the defensive end of the floor.
Now, here's Exum. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
A tall guard who can see over the defense. Exum with no trouble locating the open teammate.
Now, here's McConnell, guarded closely. Kicks it to Johnson. Good, and McConnell gets the assist. McConnell's got 3 assists now in this one. And Greg, you were a defensive-minded guard. Do you see any similarities to what McConnell brings to the table?
You know, I love his toughness. He's got quick feet, a strong lower base, and, you know, he gets into you, and he racks up his fair share of steals because of it.
Now, here's Burks. 14 points from him the last game against the Magic in Orlando.
Blazing first step of Burks, enabling him to leave the defense in his wake.
Here's Bayless. 6-point game. Shoots over Burks, and Bayless with the basket, the assist by McConnell. McConnell's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Exum dishes to Udoh. The Jazz working the ball around now. Exum kicks to Johnson. They set the screen. On its way from Burks for 2. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Booker's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard. Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And the first time out of the game called for Utah. And one of those lunch pail players. You love him, Greg. Trevor Booker out of Clemson.
Just hard-nosed, gets on the glass, and although only 6'8", he gets off his feet quickly. A terrific leaper and just one of those ultra-competitive guys. And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
You start to wonder, in my opinion, is it better to take everything to the rack now or to try at least draw some fouls?
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Now, here's Rubio. He kicks to Hood. Gobert with a screen for Hood. Shoots from the block. And Embiid with the block. No one near Fultz as he lets it go. Bangs home the trifecta. Fultz has got his 2nd basket of the night.
And Fultz pulling from deep is a thing of beauty. Consistent in terms of burying those long ones from beyond.
Now here's Gobert. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Magic in Orlando.
He owned the glass in that one, too. No one could put a body on him.
Now here's Redick. Derek Favors unable to get his shot to go. Redick with the bucket. Redick's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And they get it. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 7th rebound here tonight. There's the 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Rubio with it. Outside Favors. Back to Rubio. And Gobert kicks to Hood. Gobert with a screen for Hood. Over Simmons. 2nd chance shot. Gobert can't hit.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Fultz kicks to Redick. Dishes to Fultz. Oh, the lob for Simmons. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. And a quick check now. The NBA's top rebounders. 4th, Rudy Gobert.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what has made him such an important part of what they do.
So it's the Jazz now. They trail by 18. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. To the middle. Embiid with the steal. There's the dish to Simmons. Baseline try, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Jazz trail by 20. Utah calls timeout. Steve, you are known for your three-point shooting, but as more and more teams look to space the floor and shoot threes, we've heard some legends, like Isaiah Thomas, for instance, complain that everyone's playing the same. What do you think about that?
You know, me and Isaiah, we've definitely talked about it, and I look at it, yes, we have some guys that's multi-talented, but everybody can't shoot threes. If you're a good guy to be able to knock down with a high percentage, shoot the three. But if you're a mid-range guy, you can still be an all-star shooting the mid-range. Play to your strength, work on that shooting threes, but I just hate when 5, 6, 7 guys, everybody's running to that line, and that's all we're seeing. You got to defend, you got to rebound, you got to block shots, you got to do other things, because that still is the way you can win the game, by doing all things, not just shoot threes.
And really, having the best teams in history always had guys that can do different things, a ball handler, a rebounder, a screener, a long shooter.
Yeah. It's
always a combination of all those things instead of everybody doing the same
You're
thing.
so right, Kevin. And even though we've been in this three-point era, in the last 2 or 3 years, rebounding the basketball and defending still can win basketball games for you.
Fultz the pass to Saric. Embiid wide open. And again, it's Philadelphia.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Some solid defense from Saric.
In over his head on the layup attempt there. Too much defensive pressure.
Outside for Simmons. And the rejection by Favors.
What perfect timing on that play. Derek Favors, an outstanding shot blocker.
Rubio in the corner. He feeds it to Favors. Hood dishes to Mitchell. The Jazz working the ball around now. Philadelphia leading by 20. Outside, Redick from deep three-point range. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Jazz shooting in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing, just 27%. Up top, Favors. Passes to Rubio. That's a 2 from Hood. The Jazz again can't hit it. Philadelphia with the ball. They're on a 20-6 run. Fultz kicks to Simmons. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Simmons got 6 points.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Rubio kicks to Favors. Favors with a screen on Redick. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Mitchell. Another miss by Utah. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Redick passes to Fultz. Over Hood. Kept alive. Fultz dishes to Saric. Over Favors and misses it off the right side of the rim. Utah's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Mitchell, covered by Redick. Rubio outside. Gobert the screen. Hood drives in. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And Rodney Hood played 1 season at Mississippi State, then transferred, played another season at Duke. A good floor spacer, Greg, at 6'8".
You know, it's his in-between game that impresses me. Able to beat his man off the dribble. He can hit that little pull-up or drop it off to a teammate. This guy continues to improve.
One shot, mind the lanes.
And that one misses.
I like Rodney Hood. He plays with great patience. He goes through his progressions off the pick and roll. Once he gets past his initial defender, he keeps them walled off behind him and forces the help D to make a decision.
Now here's Simmons. He's coming off a 16-point game against Golden State. Off the pick. Second shot opportunity. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
And Hood standing 6'8". Even the defender's breathing down his neck. He can get his shot off without Steve too much concern.
You know, the reason why is he's a triple threat. Pass, shoot, drive. He's shown the ability to read the defense and make the right decision.
Shooting two.
And he knocks down the first one. And Utah Jazz head coach Quinn Snyder was an outstanding basketball player in his own right.
Well, yeah, he was an All-American point guard in high school. His high school team, Mercer Island, was ranked #1 in the country. He got at Duke to 3 Final Fours. He didn't play pro basketball, but he got his law degree, his business degree, and he went into coaching.
So he picks up just one from the line that time. Johnson kicks to Rubio. Burks in the corner from deep, and no good that time. And it's Philadelphia the other way. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. Embiid sets the pick for Redick. The feed to Anderson. Over Johnson. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Anderson's got his second bucket.
It's easy to tell that he is most comfortable pulling up from that area on the floor.
Utah calls timeout.
And this is what you got to do. I mean, if it ain't working, call timeout, try to figure out what you can do to fix the problem.
You know, also, it's just a chance to take a breath, regroup, get your mind set, and come back out fresh.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Embiid. Bayless comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Fultz. Udo's checked in for Utah. Dante Exum comes in for Ricky Rubio. Exum passes to Johnson. Over Anderson. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And the defense daring him to shoot that. Good plan right there.
Bayless. Utah with the rebound. Udo's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Burks, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And really, I'd like to see them get after it on the offensive boards a little bit more here. They did a good job of that in the first.
Free throw good, Burks.
The former University of Colorado alumni Burks, a solid 2-guard who can really light it up.
And Burks hits 2 free throws. The 76ers leading by 21. McConnell with it. Now defended by Exum. Johnson kicks to McConnell. High post try. It's rebounded by Udo. Udo's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive. And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
McConnell passes to Anderson. Feeds to Bayless. Shoots over Burks. Rebounded by Urebko. Jazz trail by 19. There's a minute 34 left now here in the second. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. McConnell kicks to Anderson. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Joe Johnson picks one up for Philadelphia. They have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Two shots.
The first one falls. And he can't hit the second. Jazz trail by 20. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
All right, a chance to look at numbers for Booker. Some impressive play from him over the last month. He's around 10 points per game, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
You know what? It's part effort, part instincts. You see teams trying to keep a body or 2 on him, but that's easier said than done.
Now here's Johnson. Pass to Bayless. Back to Johnson. Pass to Bayless. The 76ers need to get off a shot, but they recover it. Booker the pass to McConnell. Booker. And Booker able to finish.
And they've been working hard on the offensive glass here in the second, and it's paying dividends. They're getting a lot of second chance points.
Utah has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. The shot's good from Jerebko.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
35 seconds left to play in the first half. And it's Exum at the elbow. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Here's Bayless. Utah with the rebound. Udo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Joe Johnson on the wing. And the call will be against Justin Anderson. That's foul number 2 for him. So here's Burks. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Now McConnell shoots over Exum.
You know, from day one in this league, Dante has been a quality defender.
And so it's Philadelphia closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what concerns you most about the first half?
Well, I think the tempo is in their favor right now. They're fast, and they're getting up and down the floor, so they're running out in transition.
Got to beat them to the punch. Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here. Got Shaq, got Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you back to the halftime show on 2K Sports. Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They are in blowout territory, leading by 20. Kenny, what do you think?
Well, they knocked the wind out of the defense in transition, converting fast break baskets in volume. It's a runaway lead right now. In fact, this looks like a track meet.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
Ernie, I don't use this word a lot because, one, I can't spell it, but it was definitely a subpar effort for them on the glass. That hurt. They're serious about cutting into this deficit. It's gut check time. Ugh. You hear that, Ernie? I'm hitting my gut. Ugh. You got to check your gut, Ernie. Ugh. Gut check time, Ernie.
That's it for now as the second half's just about ready to go.
We welcome you back to Philadelphia, a town full of history. That's City Hall right there with the statue of William Penn perched atop it. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. The 76ers leading by 20. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Utah, the tough defending Favors and Gobert make up the big men. Mitchell is out there with Ricky Rubio, and it's Hood in at the 3. Now, here's Rubio. Following the missed shot by Dario Saric, Gobert. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Gobert's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Jazz. Embiid the screen. Outside, Redick. Favors against Simmons. Here's Embiid. Nails the baby hook. Embiid's got 9. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter.
You know, Derek Favors has played alongside a lot of different type of centers. That's why he's worked so hard to add a jump shot so it's not all clogged up in the middle.
Now here's Hood. Favors with the screen. Just 3 to shoot. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. And that's now 6 points for Rodney Hood. And Steve, when you look at Favors, if you had to pick, do you play him at power forward or do you play him at the 5? You play him at the center?
I think in the old days you play him at the power forward position, but I think right now, nowadays, he's maybe a shade better at the center spot. It's close. You could argue either way.
Jazz trail by 20. Rubio outside. There's the pass to Hood. Gobert with a screen for Hood. Favors inside, covered by Saric, and that one's good by Favors.
An area where Favors continues to gain consistency. Has a nice looking stroke out to 15 feet.
Fultz with the ball. Guarded now by Rubio. Gobert with the block. Now here's Rubio. And Embiid with the block. They get it back and count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3. That sends Rudy Gobert to the free throw line. That's on Ben Simmons.
Well, Rudy Gobert drafted the 27th pick in the 2013 draft. The Jazz looked at him as just a project, but his development has been rapid.
One shot.
A free throw drops for Gobert. And Gobert may be the most impactful defender in the NBA. Steve, do you think he has a chance to become the best international player in this league?
You know, I think if his offense can catch up with his defense, he's transformed the Jazz into one of the elite defensive teams in the NBA. So, yes, I think he has a chance. It all depends on his offense. Excellent play call there. The defense was not prepared for the pick, and as a result, they gave up the wide open look.
Utah calls timeout.
And this is what you got to do. I mean, if it ain't working, call timeout, try to figure out what you can do to fix the problem.
You know, also, it's just a chance to take a breath, regroup, get your mind set, and come back out fresh.
Some good defense in the NBA, so let's check out the leaders. The Jazz, #1.
It's the hallmark of a strong defensive team. When you can keep your opponents to such a low point total, it shows you are setting the pace.
And Rubio kicks to Favors. 13 feet away. Gobert can't hit.
You know, I like the competitive fire, but he's still really out of sync.
Here's Embiid. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game.
Shooting one.
The free throw drops for Embiid. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Now, here's Rubio. He's guarded closely. Favors with a screen on Simmons. Favors with the screen. Here's Hood, and the rejection by Embiid. Fast break, Philadelphia. Here's Simmons. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And when Simmons is taking it strong to the cup, he's looking for a foul. Love this guy's aggressive.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
He misses the free throw. On the last few seasons, the NBA has seen its share of teams that provide that villain role for the league. The Warriors, perhaps with Kevin Durant, LeBron when he was in Miami and now in Cleveland. Do you think having a villain in the NBA is a good thing for the league?
Well, I think the right type of villain. And when you start talking about Kevin Durant and LeBron James, those are right type of villains because they're getting criticized as a villain because of not of their actions on the floor or off the court, just the choices they made to switch teams. But both those guys, LeBron and Kevin Durant, so far has handled it perfectly, and that's why the league's in good hands.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. For Utah, they have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
One shot, gentlemen.
And the technical free throw is good.
And Utah adding another terrific defender this summer, trading for point guard Ricky Rubio. Rubio on a bargain contract the next 2 years. A nice move by the Jazz's front office.
Here's Gobert. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
When Gobert gets in deep, that's often your best option is to wrap him up and send him to the line.
And another thing with Rubio, the Jazz love to score with the pass. Few better playmakers in the league than Double R. Some might harp on his shooting, but he's a quality starting point guard.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
I mean, Rudy Gobert, a 7-2 shot blocker out of France. He's emerged as the starting center in Utah, a defensive dynamo.
And Gobert drops them both. And Rudy Gobert with a 7'9" wingspan, arm span, and a 9'7" standing reach. Steve, those are the longest measurements ever recorded at the NBA Combine.
Wow, and also surprisingly, he's light on his feet. The combination of length and mobility, it makes him a terror on defense and a dangerous, dangerous role man offensively.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
You know, going up against size, you know you have to get separation. Nice move from mid-range.
Now here's Fultz. He's got 5. Simmons dishes to Fultz. No good on the 3.
Just hasn't had it tonight, but his teammates are picking up the slack.
Here's Hood. Here's Favors. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
You love the effort of Favors. On the glass, he's a scrappy player who comes away with second chance opportunities for his club.
For Utah, they have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
One shot, gentlemen.
That one misses for Favors. The 76ers leading by 13. Redick passes to Fultz. Over Rubio. And the shot falls short this time. The Jazz have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Kicks to Gobert. And it's Favors that time on the assist by Gobert. And 12 points for Derek Favors.
Able to score in a multitude of ways. Favors causing a lot of problems for the defense.
And Redick kicks to Embiid. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
That was against good defense. He tried to sneak it in, though. We've seen him do it plenty of times.
And stolen by Redick. Here's Fultz. And too long on the shot.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And it's Mitchell missing.
And they could have used that trying to cut into this league. He's been off all night.
Redick dishes to Fultz. Screen by Saric. Fultz with the ball. Guarded now by Rubio. 6 on the shot clock. Simmons. Rebounded by Hood. Jazz trail by 11. Rubio the pass to Gobert. It's stolen by Saric. Right side Redick. Over Mitchell. Another miss by Philadelphia. Jazz have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far. Just above 50%. He dishes it to Rubio. They set the pick. He kicks it to Hood. Puts up a 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Simmons dishes to Embiid. Gobert with the block.
The size and reach of Gobert making him a tremendous defensive anchor, protecting the paint.
Now, here's Rubio. He's covered closely. Gobert with a screen for Hood. That cuts the lead to single digits. Hood's got 8 points.
Rodney Hood very comfortable with the ball in his hands.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
And as of late, they have not looked good at all. Actually, they've been dominated.
And the worst part, they're starting to get down on themselves. Really need that one big play to spark some life back into them.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. And the Jazz with some changes. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. We take a look at the Warriors. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And, of course, there's the Jazz, 9 games back.
And seeing where Utah is, they weren't part of the discussion of teams on the rise as we came into the year. And now, quite frankly, we know why. If anything, they've taken a step back.
They really have. And maybe it's not the time to close the book on their season just yet, but that time isn't far off.
Now here's Booker. Another miss by Philadelphia. Exum kicks to Burks. And the 3 off target. The 76ers leading by 7. To end the drought. A shot by McConnell, no good.
Frozen. The guy is just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Here's Johnson. Udo, the pass to Johnson. And another shot, and the layup is up and in. He's got 8.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Johnson. Back to Bayless. Chalk up 2 there. Bayless has got 12 points in the game.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Jerebko kicks to Burks. There's a screen. Johnson against Anderson. Johnson outside. Here's Exum. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Johnson. Here's Bayless. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. And now a 9-point 76ers lead.
That's all confidence right there. He knows he's in a groove, and they've got this team on its heels.
Anderson against Johnson. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Johnson's got his third basket of the night right there. Now, here's McConnell. He's tightly guarded. Anderson the screen. McConnell kicks to Anderson. Here's Johnson. It's rebounded by Udoh. Udoh's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Exum kicks to Johnson. Three-pointer. Here's Udoh. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. Kicks it out to Johnson, and taken away by Johnson. Booker dishes to Anderson. Back to Booker. And it's blocked, and he gets it back. And the dunk by Booker. There's 1:26 left here in the third quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Burks kicks to Johnson. There's the screen. A floater, and he lays it up and in. Johnson's got 4 this quarter.
The beauty of the teardrop, very difficult to really contest.
59 seconds left to play here in the third. McConnell passes to Anderson. It's stolen by Udoh. Johnson against Anderson. Johnson can't get it to go.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Here's Exum after the Sixers pick up 2. Johnson sends the screen for Exum. Here's your Rebko. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter. And here's McConnell. Anderson the screen. McConnell kicks to Booker. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Booker's got 8. And so it's Philadelphia in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. Back right after this. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up. 2K Sports, happy to have you with us. Here's Johnson. They've got Anderson. Trevor Booker is out there with Johnson. And it's Jared Bayless, and it's McConnell in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Johnson gets the bucket. The 76ers leading by 7. McConnell with it. Dishes it to Anderson. Back to McConnell. Shoots the 3. Nailed from three-point land. And the 76ers lead by 10.
Not sure who was supposed to close out on him. Huge defensive breakdown.
And this has been a running theme. Guys out of position, failing to contest, Just look at the scoreboard.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor. He's a little uncomfortable in that in-between area, and the defense plays him that way.
Exum with a wide open look. No good on the three. Exum's gotten just 1 of 6 shots to fall here. Johnson outside, passes it to McConnell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls it from the elbow. Utah with the rebound.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Exum kicks to Utah. There's the dish to Burks. The Jazz working the ball around now. He feeds it to Johnson. No good off the front iron.
One could argue that's a good shot, but maybe not the right shooter to take it.
Here's Anderson. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. McConnell's got 5 assists tonight. Jazz trail by 12. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Johnson kicks to Jerebko. Over Booker. The shot's good from Jerebko.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
And the 76ers call time here.
ISO Joe Johnson in his mid-30s, but he's still a closer. You need a game winner, put the ball in his hands.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. He gave them props for their defense. He said, their defense has been outstanding. Keep pressuring them, forcing turnovers, and we can win this one, guys.
Philadelphia leading by 10. And Joe Johnson, Steve, able to get his shot off anytime.
You know, his nickname, Kevin, is ISO Joe. He has great size, and more than anything, it's his confidence. Trust me, he's very accustomed to scoring with a hand in his face.
Now here's Hood. Favors sets the pick for Hood. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
You really have to like Hood's decision-making. In pick-and-roll sets, he always makes the right call.
Volts kicks to Sharch. And there's the feed to Fultz. Screen by Sharch. Fultz dishes to Sharch. Great D that time from Favors.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And stolen by Favors. Rubio outside. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. That's on Ben Simmons.
Rodney Hood has good size at 6'8". Really uses his frame well to get his shots off.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
That free throw good from Hood.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And they are making it look easy at the free throw line here in the second half.
Embiid the screen. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
I really like the awareness from Fultz. It has an ability to know when one of his guys is wide open.
Here's Mitchell. Feeds to Gobert. Inside. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The first one falls. And so he makes both from the line. The 76ers leading by 6. Embiid with a screen on Rubio. Outside for Simmons. Fultz the pass to Simmons. And the rejection by Favors. To the inside. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
He really looks composed shooting the ball this half. Much more consistent, hitting a much higher percentage.
Fultz kicks to Simmons. And it falls over the rim and in. Simmons got 4 points this quarter.
And Simmons is accustomed to finishing over all types of defenders. That jump shot is just pure gold.
They set the pick. And Rubio kicks to Favors. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. For Philadelphia, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the 4th. 4 of 9. Outside, Redick. And stolen by Favors. To the paint. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket for Mitchell.
Tell you what, I love that he didn't get rattled after being blanked in the first half. His shot has been absolute money since then.
Here's Sharch, and the layup's good off the glass.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Rubio dishes to Hood. Now Gobert to the wing right side. Favors with a screen on Redick, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Two shots.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. And Mitchell drops them both.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
Now here's Fultz, covered by Rubio. No good from Simmons.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
Another miss by Utah.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
Redick for three. And that one is off. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Mitchell passes to Rubio. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Oh, that's not a great foul. For Rubio's career, shoots well over 80% from the line.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Rubio.
What you get with Rubio, good size for a guard, terrific playmaker, and trying to become a better scorer.
And so Ricky Rubio nails both of them. The 76ers lead. Now here's Fultz. And it's Simmons penetrating. Screen by Saric. Embiid. And the shot is long. The Jazz have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the 4th quarter. Here's Mitchell. Another miss by Utah.
He was all alone. Looks like he gets a little too relaxed. He has to maintain his focus.
Embiid with the screen on Rubio. Here's Fultz. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And the 76ers lead by 4. Utah is shooting at 42% in this final quarter. Here's Mitchell. Pass to Rubio. Favors sets the pick for Rubio. Second chance shot. Got a piece of it.
And love how high Fultz gets on these rejections, utilizing his terrific length to spike shots back.
Jazz trail by 6. And Rubio kicks to Favors. And a wide open look for Hood. An absolute bomb from 3-point range.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Simmons, a screen on Rubio. Fultz dishes to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Mitchell kicks to Favors. Has to Gobert. Puts it up from 7. And Embiid pulls it down. The 76ers leading by 5. Stolen by Mitchell. The pass to Favors. Mitchell dishes to Favors. Nice ball movement by Utah. Rubio outside. Shot clock at 6. Plays it up and banks it in.
A crucial moment in this game. Rubio unafraid to take it upon himself.
Now here's Fultz. T right on him. Kicks it to Redick. Looking to get it going. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
You know, Redick has such a quick fire mentality. Not surprising that he gets defenders to fall for his pump fake.
The free throw drops for Redick.
J.J. Redick, not only one of the most dangerous shooters in this league, he's worked to become a very good team defender as well.
Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Rubio. Gobert, the screen. And here's Rubio. Outside Hood, beyond the arc. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got his 3rd assist on the night. Now here's Fultz, covered by Rubio. And finished off by Fultz.
He is ambivalent to the pressure. I mean, when his team needs a bucket, Fultz is not afraid to step in and knock it down.
Utah with the ball after the Sixers pick up 2. Rubio with it. Now guarded by Fultz. Gobert, the screen. Hood for 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got his 16th rebound on the night. Now here's Redick. He's guarded closely. Here's Fultz. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Rubio the pass to Favors. And that one, good. Favors has got 10 points in just the second half.
With the game tightening up, Favors with the confidence to attack. Big bucket.
Fultz kicks to Simmons. Charge a screen on Rubio. Here's Embiid, and he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle too.
These are the fundamentals we're always talking about. Excellent bounce pass.
Now they're going for the jugular. A few more trips like that, and we might be able to see this one in the books.
Jazz trail by 5. Rubio with it. Gobert the screen. Hood for 3. Now here's Rubio. Defense is right there. A second chance effort. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Earlier they held a 23-point lead. And now we've got the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
And the athleticism that Simmons has is downright unreal. Just a remarkable talent who has the potential to be one of the all-time greats.
And he is unable to get the second one.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
Here's Mitchell. And the rejection by Embiid. Buries it. And now they trail by just 4. Now Redick, and they go to the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. So it gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Every little bit helps. Outstanding work hitting those free throws.
Utah calls timeout. They trail by 6. 27 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Joel Embiid.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
Favors with a screen on Reddick, and stolen by Reddick. And so they foul intentionally.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Utah calls timeout. They're down by 8. We've got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole. It's hard to climb out of.
You know, this part of the game, focus on good execution. The rest will take care of itself.
We've got 22 seconds left in the game. Buries it from outside.
The defense tends to play him to drive the basketball, but if he can knock down this shot, they will have to play him honestly.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Two.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
And the point differential just too difficult to overcome.
This is where it stings. You just want to keep competing, but deep down, you know it's just not your night.
Rubio with a wide-open look. Dishes to Mitchell. He kicks to Favors. Johnson, the pass to Mitchell. Here's Favors. Offline. So Philadelphia wins it. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.